Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1971 Seattle Pilots What If Scenario. Today's matchup is between the Seattle Pilots and the Cleveland Indians at Cleveland Stadium. On the mound for the Pilots today is Jorge Rubio, whose record is 5-2 with a 3.11 ERA, and pitching for the Indians is Gary Kroll, whose record is 2-3 with a 3.97 ERA. Okay, we won yesterday's game 5-2, a very good pitching performance from Bruce Brubaker. He did not factor in the decision. He went 7 innings and the game was tied at 2. And then we managed to score 3 in the 8th inning, and that gave the victory to Riddleberger. And it was a pretty solid performance all the way around. SANGUILLEN hit a home run. Don Bosch hit a triple. And I think right now, Don Bosch, he's in the lineup. He's hitting so much better than Tommy Agee. It's hard to keep him out of the lineup. We are going through this transitional period of the season where we're not quite ready to bring up the young guys, and the veterans who are playing are not performing. Basically, our lineup is just full of scrubs, and the better players, with the exception of like SANGUILLEN and Jose Cruz, the better players, the players we gave contracts to, are all on the bench right now. So we're trying to make do with what we have for the moment. We will throw Jorge Rubio out there today. He is the best pitcher on the team now. He's got 5 victories. His ERA leads the team. You can see over here. He has really been the model of consistency. And if we could get this type of performance from any other pitcher in our rotation, give us a sense of the ability to win on any day that they start, then I will feel a lot better about this team. But right now, Rubio's it. Brubaker did well yesterday, but ultimately it's a one-pitcher team right now with Jorge Rubio. Okay, we're going to get today's game started momentarily. I just got a couple comments I want to make really quick. First and foremost, I'm very happy for Freddie C., who's Juan Soto just signed that big contract overnight to be on his Mets. A really incredible young player. A lot of people forget he's only 26 years old. I'm sure that's been said over and over again in the last 24 hours. But he is one of those young players, like a Harper, like Ohtani, although Ohtani's a couple years older, that you can give these long-term contracts to, and you're going to get your money, your value out of that contract, at least for the bulk of his career. So very happy for Freddie, but I'm even more happier for one of the best players I've ever seen with my own 2 eyes, Dave Parker, making it into the Hall of Fame last night with Dick Allen as well, another player that I admire. But Dave Parker, one of my all-time favorite players, maybe my favorite non-Detroit Tiger player from the 70s and 80s, absolutely deserved to be in the Hall of Fame. It sucks that it took this long to get there. If you match up his numbers, he's not a first-tier Hall of Famer, but he's absolutely a second-tier Hall of Famer when you match his hitting with his fielding prowess, his great arm in right field. Just a top-notch, absolute Hall of Famer. I'm really happy for him. I have to admit, when I saw that he got in, I even got a little choked up last night. I don't really get choked up about anything anymore, but I was legitimately happy that he made it. And so congrats to Dave Parker and to Dick Allen, a player who also deserved to be in the Hall of Fame, but most likely didn't get it because of his behavior and attitude in an era when that kind of stuff didn't fly. So well-deserved for both of those guys getting in with the Veterans Committee, or whatever they call it now. Okay, let's go ahead and get today's game started. As always, I appreciate everyone following along. Like and or subscribe to the channel. In one more week, we're going to be giving away that Jason Giambi rookie card. That's a PSA 9. You can get in on that giveaway. It costs you $1.99. You can click on the join button below and get in on that. And there will be other things that you could possibly do with that $1.99. We've illustrated those before. So get in on it while you can. Okay, we have Jorge Rubio on the mound. Riddleberger will not be available today. He did pitch 2 innings, or I think an inning and 2/3 in relief yesterday, so he got the win. Everybody else is good to go. You'll see that our ERAs are starting to bloom now. Balloon is what I meant to say. Even our bullpen is no longer looking good. I think we've kind of maxed out the innings for what the ERAs are equal to. Well, that makes it a little more interesting because you never know who's going to be the one to get blowed up. Gary Kroll, right-hander, who was out of baseball by 1967, still cruising along. There's our lineup today. AG's out. Fuentes, we're going to sit because he does need the day off. Belanger will play second base, where he's committed 3 errors already in just 4 starts. Okay, let's go ahead and do the official lineup rundown for the Seattle Pilots. Batting leadoff in left field is Jose Cruz. Batting second and catching is Manny SANGUILLEN. Batting third at third base is Rich Rollins. Batting cleanup in right field is Joe PEPITONE. Batting fifth at first base is SKIDMORE. Batting sixth in center field is Don Bosch. Batting seventh at shortstop is Jerry DaVANON. Batting eighth at second base is Mark Belanger. And batting ninth is the pitcher Jorge Rubio. Gary Kroll, look at that 1967 card. You can look at his previous stats prior to starting our sim in 1969. So he was done after the 66 season with Houston. This is a 1967 card, and you'll see it shows the Astros on there. And he never pitched in the majors again. But if you look at him here, he's got some opportunities with the Indians. And he's having a really good year this year, making his 10th start. He's 2-3 with a 3.97 ERA, 43 strikeouts in 65 2/3 innings. Opponents are batting .259 against him. He's got a really great fastball, topping out at 94 miles an hour, and it's rated a 93. He is a fly ball pitcher, 61.8% of the time. Overall, rated an 81. The 29-year-old righty is arbitration eligible at the end of the year. Looking at his log, he's coming off a victory versus the Yankees, where he went 6 innings, giving up 1 run on 5 hits. He walked 1 and struck out 6. Don't forget, the Indians are in first place in the American League East with that 39-22 record. Okay, take a look here at the defense for the Indians. The infield is kind of a sieve. I mean, third base is Billy Parker playing third today, not second. That's weird. And then at shortstop is Luke CAMILLI. First base is Horton. Those are all players well below league average. Right field with NAGELSON, but behind home plate they got Ken SUAREZ, who is one of the best arms in the game, a 93 overall. Okay, here we go. Let's hope we can get to Gary Kroll. For crying out loud, the guy wasn't even in baseball. There we go. CRUZ walks to start the ball game. If that happened to me, I'd be pissed right now, but we'll take it. We'll hit and run with Manny SANGUILLEN. That is what he does best. First pitch swinging. And a ground ball to first. CRUZ will get over. Only play was for Horton to step on the bag. 1 out. Rich Rollins, average is plummeting down to 333. 1-2. And he strikes out. There's the poo-poo platter right in the first inning. And Joey PEPITONE, full count. Fly ball to right. We're going to strand that runner. And we go to the bottom of the first. Let's take a look at this odd Indians lineup. Batting leadoff in right field is Russ NAGELSON. Batting second in center field is Jose CARDENAL. Batting third at third base is Billy Parker. Batting cleanup in left field is John Lowenstein. Batting 5th at first base is Tony Horton. Batting 6th at shortstop is Lou Camilli. Batting 7th and catching is Ken Suarez. Batting 8th at second base is Dave Nelson. And batting 9th is the pitcher Gary Kroll. Okay, Jorge Rubio making his 13th start of the year. 5-2, 3.11 ERA. 47 strikeouts in 63 2/3 innings. Opponents are batting .225 against him. Fastball topping out at 91 miles an hour. That slow curve is his outpitch, though, rated an 88. Overall rated a 78. The 26-year-old righty is a free agent at the end of this year. And if we're still in the negative, we have to sign him, I guess, before the end of the season, right? You have an opportunity to keep him. Oops. There's his log. All back-to-back wins. 6 innings. 2 runs given up. 5 hits. I mean, this is what I like. I want to know that I can get 6 innings out of you, and you aren't going to give up more than 3 runs. We can deal with that. We can score 3 runs. Okay, we'll take a look at our defense. Everybody's over 80 with the exception of Pepitone. 80 is the league average, of course. The corners are always suspect, and not having anyone with range is weird. Belanger with that 90 at second base looks good, but as I mentioned, he commits errors there. Worse than he does at shortstop, which is weird. And behind home plate is Manny once again. The left-handed bat of Russ NAGELSON leading it off, batting .275, 7 home runs, and it's 1-0 with a home run to center field. All right, there's the 1 run. He can give up 2 more, but he can't give up any more after that. Jose Cardinal, big sweeping curve. A ground ball to Belanger. He makes the play there. And Billy Parker, I believe, is leading the American League in batting average. Batting .327. Rollins does not qualify. He's got 15 home runs. Who'd have thunk it? Base hit up the middle. Belanger's got to cover more ground. Could not get to that one. On the wrong side of the bag. Lowenstein watches Parker steal second. So he's 3 for 6 on the year. He's not a base stealer despite having 90 speed. And an opportunity for Lowenstein to drive him in. 2-1. Liner to left, CRUZ making the catch, and Parker will tag and go to third. Tony Horton, is he the everyday first baseman? Oh, he is. So I was checking the Indians before the game. Tony Horton has taken over full-time at first base with a 78 over Norm Cash, who has 13 home runs this year. Norm Cash is in AAA. Crazy how the game does that. But he had a 75 rating, so Horton does usurp him with the rating. We go to the top of the second inning. Skidmore leading it off. He's going to row his boat back to the bench. Strikeout victim number 2. Don Bosch batting .314, couple of home runs. Flies out to right. Still looking for a first hit. How much you want to bet it'll be Rubio. Rubio will face Lou Camilli. He's playing out of position today. Normally a third baseman moving to short as they shuffle the infield around. Next up is the catcher, Suarez, striking out. There's the first K for Rubio. And the second baseman, Nelson. He's the whole reason for the infield switcheroo. And base hit. Oh, that's going to be cut off by DaVANON. And DaVANON makes the play. We are just not making errors right now, which is nice. Here's Mark Belanger. Oh, he brought the bats today, base hit to right. Figures Belanger would be the first one to get a hit. We're not going on NAGELSON. We'll take first, and we'll drop it like it's hot. It's a sack bunt. 1-2. Oh, could not get it down. Okay. At least he didn't hit into a double play. We'll let CRUZ swing away. Fly ball to right. And SANGUILLEN with a 1-0 count. Fly ball to center. Get down. That's going to be caught. Okay, well, at least we have our first hit. We go to the bottom of the third, and the pitcher, Kroll, will lead off. He's got an 0 for this year. 0 for 19. Every batter, every pitcher who's got an 0 for coming into the game gets a hit against us, so we have to just assume. Yep, he walks Kroll. Great job, baseball mogul. Russ NAGELSON flying to deep center field. He's already gone deep. That time he hits it to the warning track. We could use a double play as CARDENAL lifts it to center. Easy play. And Billy Parker with 2 outs. It's a comebacker to Rubio. And that'll do it. Rubio looking solid. We go to the top of the fourth. Here's Rich Rollins, 0 for 1. He struck out. And he's making contact. That average is going to get down to about 280, I'm guessing. So he won't get another hit for probably about 40 more at-bats. And if he does, it'll be like an infield single or some shit. So Joe PEPITONE doubles with 1 out. Joe PEPITONE has had 1 RBI, maybe 2, I guess, in the last 10 games that he's played. Leading the team. But not really coming through lately. Skidmore pulls it to third. Pointless. And Don Bosch, batting lefty, takes ball 4. Probably a good idea to walk Bosch to get to DaVANON. DaVANON batting .244 versus righties. 2 outs, and he strikes 3 looking. 3 straight strikes. Bottom of the 4th inning, here's John Lowenstein. Full count. And another walk. So, yeah. So, other than the 2nd inning, we've let the lead base runner get on every inning. The other 3 innings. Yeah, there's nothing we're going to be able to do. This is where he gives up at least the 2nd run. There's a ground ball to Belanger. No chance of turning 2. With the catcher at the plate, we'll play back. I mean, we know he's going to give up 3 runs, max, right? So maybe this will just be the 2nd run, or we can turn a double play. Or a rare strikeout. Okay, well, the pitcher spot's up next. So I think there's no doubt that we intentionally walk Dave Nelson, who's batting .333 versus righties. And we pitch to Kroll with the bases juiced. This could be where he gets his first hit. Would not be a surprise. And Rubio strikes him out. So Rubio out of the jam. Top of the 5th inning. Here's Mark Belanger. He's got a hit. He's got 1 of the 2 hits. Flying out. Rubio will get 1 more at bat. Ball to 73 rated third baseman. And an error. There we go. We're waiting for a break. Okay, we're going to hit and run. Stay on the double play with the pitcher on first. Well, it doesn't matter. We're just not getting it done versus a guy who wasn't even in baseball for 5 years, for 4 years. It's crazy. SANGUILLEN pops it up. 5th inning, Russ NAGELSON leading it off. He's got the only run so far, leadoff home run. Fly ball to right, PEPITONE. Oh, falls in front of PEPITONE. And the leadoff man is on again. Great job, baseball mogul. Brilliant programming. And the walk. Okay, so we got to work ourselves out of another one. Can we get a double play this time? Lots of speed on the base path. No. So now a base hit will be the 3 runs. There's nothing we can do to prevent it. I actually feel bad for Rubio. He's going to give up. Well, we'll pull the infield in. If we're going to give up, I mean, if they're going to score 2, there's nothing we can do to stop it other than maybe prevent it for 1 at bat. 2-1, 2-1 count. And it's, yeah, I mean, there's nothing we could do. That's why the double play wasn't a force at second. Oh, wow. Oh, I thought that was going to be a double. Well, Rubio gave up his 3. And now that we know there's no chance of us scoring 1, I mean, this game is technically over. Not technically over, metaphorically over. Rollins grounding out on error. It doesn't matter. These are all going to be unearned runs if we get them. Can't even pull it to the right side. Line drive home run for Skidmore. Unearned. Wow, Skidmore does lead the team with 5 home runs now. Despite being a late addition. Bosch should literally be up there swinging away every time. I don't care if he strikes out. Just do something. Hit a home run. Make it interesting. And DaVANON is out. Rubio at 103 pitches, but it's the bottom third of the lineup, all right-handers. He deserves the right to get a chance to at least get a no decision. 4 walks, 4 strikeouts. He's given up 5 hits. Dave Nelson. Ooh, strikes him out too. Well, let's make it a clean sweep. Nope, 1-1 count. There's the first hit. Nope, ground ball second. Okay, I mean, that's all we can ask for. You know, I mean, I called it before the game ever started. 3 runs, max. It's tough to beat the Indians. They are the best team in the American League, not named Oakland. All right, we'll bring in Darren Johnson. He's the guy that lost his job to Skidmore. Batting 198 versus righties. Base hit. There we go. Get him over the Mendoza line. It's hit and run. Has not worked today. Still has not worked, but that will get Johnson into scoring position. A base hit from SANGUILLEN will drive in the run. I mean, with these terrible infield numbers, we should be hitting ground balls through the infield no matter what. SANGUILLEN will get an intentional walk. That is SANGUILLEN's 6th walk of the year, all within the last 20 games or so. They're intentionally walking SANGUILLEN to get to Rollins, whose average is down to 300 versus righties. Let's make them pay, Rollins. Nope. That's as close as we get today. We will not get another runner to second. That was our one and only shot at it. Anyway, we go to the bullpen. 7th inning. We don't have Riddleberger, so we're going to go to Locke. 27 and 2/3 innings. I mean, he pitches around 80 each season, and that's with starting off the year in AAA. Striking out Russ NAGELSON. Okay, so Locke will come out, and we're going to bring in Ray. Ray Peter's been up and down with the ERA this year. Don't like the guys that he walks, but here we go. Jose CARDENAL gets hit. Billy. Fly ball to left. and he tags up and goes to second. So we have to intentionally walk Lowenstein to get to the Reverend Horton Heat. And whatever he does is something we can't stop. Yeah, ground ball to short. Error? Yeah. Okay. Kroll at 102 pitches. Joey Pep popping out. Low Skidmore. There we go. Finally, a base hit past one of the infielders, as it should happen more often. That is his sixth double. He's got a double and a home run today. And he's in scoring position. Let's see if we can get Kroll out of the game. Don Bosch 0 for 2 with a walk. High fly ball. Center field. We've got to send him. He's going to go on his own. Come on. Give us a wild pitch. I don't care. Oh, shit. That's not fair. Hey, we did get a runner to third base, though. All right. Peters. Job well done. We're going to bring in Kenny Sanders, who's been terrible. He's given up 4 runs in his last 4 appearances. Luke really leading off. I mean, we could bring in defensive replacements, but we're not winning. So, I mean, what's the point? We do keep the leadoff man in the dugout for once. 1 out as CAMILLI strikes out. SUAREZ lines to left, and Dave Nelson. I almost feel like we should intentionally walk Dave Nelson to get to Kroll, and then they'll pinch hit, and then we'll get him out of the game. Otherwise, Kroll's going to pitch the 9th, right? So let's do that. Let's intentionally walk Dave Nelson to get to anybody but Kroll. We'll guard the lines. Now, if Nelson steals and scores, obviously I will have made a huge mistake. Ground ball to Belanger. Okay, well, they're bringing in Pena. Oh my God, look at this. He's given up 5 runs, but only 1 earned in 37 innings. This Pena is ripe for the plucking. Oh man. Even Mark Belanger's like, I know I'm getting on base against this guy. Here we go, Belanger batting 100 versus righties. That's a base hit. Oh no, it's a comebacker. How is he not going to score a run here? Come on. Wait, why are they guarding the line with the pitcher up? This pitcher's always get doubles? Well, I hate to do it, but we got to bring in AG. At least AG's got a chance at hitting a home run. 148 hitter. So many schlubs. So little time. There's a ground ball to second, and we're down to our final out. It is Jose Cruz. Wow. We really just rolled over for him. 3-2. Indians win. Another very sad game. Simulating. Come on, someone make a deal for Boswell. So I was going through every player on our roster and seeing who I could add with Boswell, even if it's our second best player, who could we get rid of to get rid of Boswell. The player that got the most juice was Dave Frost, single-A pitcher, no offers. And no one would still touch. It still said the payroll's not worth it. There's a loss. We're now tied for last place in our division. We have the second least amount of home runs in the American League. We have the second worst ERA in the American League. We have the second to worst batting average in our division. Yeah, these are not formulas to win. Let's take a look at it, actually. Chicago's won 5 in a row. St. Louis has lost 2. All right. Take a look at headline news. Brainiac baseball delivery. Nothing new. There's the trade from yesterday, which was kind of entertaining. Take a look at the transactions. Is there nothing new? Nothing new. They just keep showing the last. Now, we did miss one thing yesterday. The retirement of Bob Humphreys. He got lumped in here. He got Lumfried in here with all the other ones, but he did retire, and I'm guessing it's because he got pushed out by the draft picks, because he was pitching okay this year for the Senators, and they just said, you're done. And so, yeah, I just wanted to point that out, that he had snuck by us with how this kind of got jumbled up a little bit. Okay, let's go ahead and pull up the box score and get out of here. Thanks for watching, guys. Like and or subscribe to the channel. We're negative $27,000 right now. And counting. There's nothing we can do about it, really. Rose Skidmore will be the player of the game. He had a double and a home run. Jorge Rubio, hard luck loser. He did exactly what we expected. We did have 3 intentional walks in this game. But they all worked out every time. You gotta give me a little credit for being a decent manager. Made 2 errors at third base, out of position. And Belanger did not make any, and he did get a hit. So that's contributing. Gary Kroll gets the win. He's 3-3. He had the game of his career against us, of course. And Jorge Ciopina got his 11th save. All right, there you have it. We will come back tomorrow, play the next game in the series. Until then, everyone, have a great day.